Again, 8 heats in our stock cars, 57 on hand. We are going green.
On down to the turn number 1 and 2. Here we go. 3 wide. It'll be the 6 car. Colin Heim out of Hoxie to the outside. Field works on down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3 and 4. It'll be Mike Nichols looking to the bottom of the racetrack. Nichols side by side. Heim has got the preferred line on the top side. Field will work off at 2 and down the back straightaway. Colin Himes working the outside, but look at that. There is the forward drive of the 63 of Mike Nichols to the race lead.
Third spot belongs to Spider-Man Nick Tubbs, the 737 in his 1H. Chris Heim in 4th. Side by side, we got a pair of drivers going for the top 5 spot.
On down the back straightaway. It is your race leader, the 63 of Mike Nichols. Nichols on out front. Heim running second. Tubbs in third. Heim is 4th. And then it's B.J. Wagner there in the number 5 spot. Field will go fence post formation down the back straightaway. Heat race number 1 of 8. We'll see 4 qualifiers later tonight here in the stock cars.
Cody Graham runs 6th in the 10 car. Then it's Brady Bauer followed by Will Bauer, Brady's wife Dee, along with son Dalton, competing last night in the cruiser division.
Oh, B.J. Wagner looking to the inside of this 1H of Chris Heim. Heim's got company. Wagner looking. B.J. Wagner tight to the tires looking there. Here comes Nick Tubbs, 737. Tubbs down on the bottom. Colin Heim to the outside. Battle is on for second. Tubbs with the run off at 2 and down the back straightaway. Nick Tubbs on into the number 2 spot.
He gets by Heim. Here's Wagner looking inside Chris Heim. That for a top 4 spot. In the meantime, they're all chasing the driver out in front out of Harlan, Iowa. Multi-time national champion Mike Nichols.
No chasing there, Mike is gone. They're going to have to see him, well, break. Caution, or well, when the checker's done, catch him on the cool down lap, as it is the 63 with 1 to go. Mike Nichols, your race leader. Tubbs in second. Heim, Wagner, and Heim, your top 5 as they race down the back straightaway. Off of turn number 4, 63, Mike Nichols, your winner. Tubbs goes second, right at the line. Himes goes third, and B.J. Wagner will settle for the number 4 spot.
Yeah,
Thank
Jim
you,
Powell
Jim
Jr.
Powell.
Thanks. He's out Lecompton, I believe.
Yes, he is. I knew I'd seen it somewhere before. Like at a racetrack, that's usually where you see race cars. Here we go, Jim Powell joining back there, shotgun of the field. We'll get back into racing 2 wide down into turn number 1 and 2. It'll be the P42 of Omaha, Nebraska's Dave Plowman. Got her hooked up and working on into turn number 3 and 4, but down on the bottom side, that 3 Tanner Teal. Tanner Teal on the bottom. Plowman to the outside. They'll stair step at 3 wide down into turn number 1 and 2. Bottom working it on in, top coming around midsection right there. 3 lanes of racing off at 2 and down the back straightaway. Plowman still out front, your race leader. Teal, look at this, 4 wide off of turn 4. Ha-ha, Doctor, you got him slicing and dicing. Top 7 up for grabs off of 2 and out of back straightaway. It is the 38 of Shaylin Holloway out of Osborne. Threading the gap, but here comes Teal looking to plow to the bottom side. Plowman on the outside, Teal to the bottom, dead heat at the line.
Hollywood Holloway trying to hold off the charge of Lloyd Meskey, that for the 3rd spot. Jim Powell Jr. now in 5th.
Teal working on Plowman, battle for the race lead. They'll come together now. Teal slides across the nose. Sliders are for sale. It is Plowman back into the number 2 spot. Teal up into the race lead. Keep an eye on this. Shaylin Holloway out of Osborne, Kansas, looking to the outside. Started this one back in the 7th starting spot. Is raced on in to the number 2 spot. Working the top shelf on around. It'll be Holloway into the number 2 spot. Holloway, though, still not done, Huey. Working the top side, and we could have a battle for the lead.
Shaylin's brother Tracy out here earlier in the Sport Mod division. Holloway going to the high side, liking it up top right now as he tries to reel in your leader, Tanner Teal.
So you got 2 to go. It's racy for the top 5. Look out. Got one around. 32 Lloyd Mieske. Mieske out of Chapton. Get her going. Crank the throttle. Get it started. He'll keep it moving. There's your sportsmanship of the night right there. Off of turn number 4. Teal, your leader. Holloway in the number 2 spot. Off of 2 and down the back straightaway. Here we go. Holloway looking. Holloway to the outside. It'll be the 3T on the bottom side of Teal. Checkered flag coming out. 7th to the win. It'll be, oh my goodness. Shannon Holloway to the win. Looking to go off of turn number 4. Here we go.
8 times around the 3/8 mile oval. Rutherford to the inside. He gets tangled up. We got a couple of cars around, make it 3-4 cars around. 2 of them get straightened back out. We still got everybody but Chase Conaway. We got another one now with troubles on the backside. Holy cow, what a heat race.
Yellow.
All right, couple of cars gone to the pits. Here we go, 5 to go back on the restart.
Ah, buddy, here comes the Mighty Mopar to the outside. It's the 9C machine right there. Robert Rutherford out of Norton, Kansas. To the outside is that 94 machine of Aiden Clark out of Surrey, North Dakota. Here comes Bo Deschamps. Look at the field off of turn number 4, lap 1 in the books.
Field missing 48, Craig Miller, 1 Chase Conaway. Those 2 cars went to the pits under caution. Now Rutherford back looking on the outside. Takes the lead coming off the corner. Yeah, here we got a battle back on the inside. 3 wide, back there for 3rd.
The driver out of Botany, North Dakota, Bo Deschamps, looking for the race lead. He's got it. The 16D Bo Deschamps out of Botany, North Dakota, your leader. And I tell you what, you have got a handful of North Dakota racers down here this week. And I tell you, they love coming down here. Working it on front, that is Bo, your leader, the 9C, Robert Rutherford out of Norton in the number 2 spot.
Looking at the number 3rd spot coming from the opposite direction, Lubbock, Texas, a 00 of Jody York there. Hoagie now looking the inside of Clark in the race for 4th.
Jody York working that number 3 spot. Hustling onto the back bumper of Rutherford. Field winds on down past the front straightaway. Lap starting to click off on this one. It is still that 16 machine on out front.
York looks inside of Rutherford now. Out of 2 down the back straightaway, pulls alongside. Rutherford trying to shut the door, and will do it. He'll shut the door. Hold on. Runner-up spot out of turn 4.
Botno, your race leader, showing away. Botno, the hometown of your race leader, Bo Deschamps. Works it on down the front straightaway. 2 laps to go this time as they hustle on down the front straightaway. Deschamps, your leader, bringing it on down. Bo to the white flag, 1 to go. Jody York out of Lubbock, Texas, working the number 2 spot. Field winding on down, final time down the back straightaway.
Rutherford trying to hold off Hoagie for the number 3 spot. Clark rounds out the field back there in 5th in the 94M, but here comes your winner.
Off of turn number 4, it's Bo Deschamps, your race leader, and your winner, Bo Deschamps, picks up the win. Jody York goes 2nd. 3rd will go to Robert Rutherford. Field works to the green flag. It is in the air. Down into turn number 1 and 2. It'll be that 28 machine. Jason Kraft out of Beatrice up to the race lead. Look at this, 3 wide. They'll stack them cheap, stack them deep, sell them cheap. To the bottom of turn number 3 and 4. Kraft, your leader, but he has got him on him. That 64 machine of Kerry White out of La Mesa, Texas. The Tejas driver. Look at Jeff Tubbs. Here comes the gambler. Tubbs will make it 3 wide down the back straightaway. Oh, he'll have to back out of this one. It is going to get slicey dicey for the number 4 spot. Put him up. Grandma made me a quilt for Christmas. I'm covering him up down the front straightaway.
Kraft's still your leader as they head into turn 1. Here comes the outside. White's going to try and take the lead. Here's Tubbs looking to make a move to the outside. But on the inside is Gottschalk in a 3D.
Gottschalk with the power on out front. Now here they go once again. 3 wide down into turn number 1 and 2. Tubbs going to try to make it 4 deep. Tubbs is going to come crossing over. They'll work him off at 2 and down the back straightaway. It is 3 wide action down into turn number 3 and 4. Lay it on in there deep. It is Tubbs watching for a move. Gottschalk has got the lead. The 28 machine on the hustle of Kraft. Kraft back to the outside. Goes Gottschalk. White out of Texas working on there. Now Tubbs sees the bottom come open. Nothing to be had though is Tubbs. Back there chomping at the bits. Lordy, just turned 40. Wants a chance to get up to the top spot. But it's Gottschalk, your race leader.
Gottschalk, then your race second. Kraft. Now we got Tubbs to the inside. White to the outside. 3-car race. Oh, Gottschalk loops it around. Gets tagged by a couple of cars. And he'll sit in turn number 2. Going to drive away. Didn't know, I thought maybe he got a tire that went down. But he's going to keep going, Gottschalk.
Gorb sputter on around. That put White to the race lead. He made contact. Everybody made contact with the Gottschalk right as they went by. Now Jeff Tubbs. Tubbs has moved on into the number 2 spot. Sets his sights on the driver out of Texas. That will be White. Now look at this. Up the hill meet and greet. Holy cow. You talk about a bad slider. That was out of the 28 car. Now the 57. Josh Crombie out of Ness City has come to play. Tubbs will look to the outside. 3 wide. Look at Crumbs down to the inside. They will hustle on down into turn number 3 and 4. Oh, Doctor, you've got to run to the finish. Here comes Crumbs down to the inside. Tubbs to the outside. It'll be White, Crumbs, Tubbs in the 28 car of Kraft. Oh, my. Wow. I tell you what, if that don't get the blood flowing, ain't no purple pill gonna make you get excited. Because that one right there was a good one.
All right, here's your lineup.
Oh, speaking of purple pill, Casey Wilkins on the row number 1.
I know, on the inside.
Here we go. We are looking for some more of that 3 and 4 wide action. The stock cars. I tell you what, Huey, that last heat race is why this place is called the legendary RPM Speedway, and heat race number 5 is not going to let you down. Wiener woke into the race lead. Michael Pepper looking to the inside. They're 3 wide down the front straightaway. Holy cow.
It is nose to tail through the field. Pepper on the back bumper of Woken in a car length back to the 12 car of Angel Munoz, a former Fall Nationals champion here. He runs third. Here's Tanner Porter to the inside in fourth. He's going to take over the 4 spot.
On down into turn number 1 and 2. It's Casey Woken, still your leader. Pepper running second. The 12 of Angel Munoz. Munoz on into the number 2 for 3 spot. Here comes Pfeiffer. Kyle Pfeiffer picked up a heat race win up the Speedway Motors Super Nationals fueled by Casey's in September. As he is working the rookie season in the stock car behind the 54P machine. But here comes Angel Munoz, Colorado driver, on into the number 2 spot.
He gets by Pepper. Pepper still right there. They're still chasing the wiener. Casey Woken in the 35 JW.
On down into turn number 1 and 2. It is Casey Woken. Now Angel Munoz, Michael Pepper. Look at this. Dominic Ursetta has brought the 6U on into the number 4 spot. Gus Pfeiffer back there into the number 5 spot as they work him on down. Once again, Casey Woken, your leader.
What a race. It is Woken, Munoz, Pepper, 1, 2, 3. Ursetta runs 4th. Pfeiffer is 5th. Your top 5, they're still chasing Wiener Woken. Here's Munoz now, taking a look inside out of 4.
So it is still out front. Casey Woken, your race leader. They'll hustle on down the back straightaway. Here comes Munoz. Munoz going to size him up, look to cover it on up. Working it on into turn number 3 and 4. Casey Woken, your race leader. Angel Munoz on the bottom side. Munoz working it there. Woken looking for protection on the bottom. Not going to find it as here they come looking for real estate off a 2 and down the back straightaway. It is the 12 car. Munoz, Wiener Woken to shut the door on him. Party is on. Man, who's it going to be to the checkers? It will be Angel Munoz by a bumper over Casey Woken and the 22 of Michael Pepper.
Munoz has won this event twice in a hobby stock, once in a stock car.
Head on out to the Dirt Track Central Facebook page. Share it up. We are live, the old live feed. Let your friends know what they're missing. Share it on your Facebook. Tell them they can join us. And speaking of joining, it is Bruce Plamisto. Plamisto, your race leader. On out, down the back straightaway now. We will go down the front straightaway. Plamisto, your leader, the 1 car. Working the 103 at J.C. Howell out of Eustis, Texas, has got Aaron Gray to the top of the racetrack. They are wheel to wheel for the number 2 spot. Howell out of Texas, working the bottom of the racetrack. Off of 4, here you go.
Canis way off the pace, the 17 car, after contact with Jason Davis over in turn 4. I thought maybe he's going to head to the pits. Maybe he'll pull to the infield here. He's got a flat tire on that automobile. Plamisto, here's a race for second. You got Gray to the top side. Look at the inside. Is a 103 at J.C. Howell.
On down the back straightaway, they'll give it to be Bruce Plamisto, your race leader. Aaron Gray to the outside. J.C. Howell out of Tejas, down to the bottom side. Field of work down into turn number 3 and 4. Bruce Plamisto carrying the package in the old big brown blue, the old moose. Your leader. The battle still on for second.
It is Gray to the outside, Howell the inside. Gray got the run off the corner there, side by side. Now Gray up just by about half a car length. Davis leads a 3-car race back there for 4th in the 76.
On down into turn number 1 and 2. It is the Moose on out front, your race leader. Into the number 2 spot, racing him on down. Right on in behind him. It is still J.C. Howell and Aaron Gray. 1, 2, and 3. 2 to go. Gray on the outside. Plamisto that time. The Moose kind of bobbled. Oh, Plamisto working it there now. As you see the 16 of Gray down on the bottom side. Howell right there. White's out, 1 to go.
Plamisto trying to get this thing in hand. You race for second. Howell to the inside down to 103. Gray's like the top side in the 16. Gets a good run off of 1. Now looks to the outside. You're going to have to make a move. In 3 and 4, have a lap to go, but looks like Plamisto's going to hang on to the top spot.
Field of work off of turn number 4. Bruce Plamisto with the win. J.C. Howell going second. Aaron Gray third. And Jason Davis rounding out your top 4. A lot of guys pulling double duty. Of course, Mike Petersilly driving the old Chevy chassis, the old Perry Meisner car, as he's got the 25P wrapped up on the side. Look at this. Jason Rogers to the outside. Justin Bussell working the number 2 spot. Here comes Tyler Tipton. Tipton to the outside of the double 1 of Bussell. Here comes the 183 machine of Chad Sterling. 3 cars, now 4 battling for the lead.
Yeah, Sterling was looking for 3rd spot. Petersilly rounds out the top 5. Bustle to the bottom, can't hold the momentum. Here is Tipton now. A little bump to the rump on Bustle. They head down the back straightaway. Bustle looks to the inside of Rogers. In 3 and 4, Sterling looks inside of Tipton for 3rd.
On down to turn number 1 and 2, they'll race them. It'll be Bustle out of Imperial, Nebraska. Working it on into the number 2 spot. Chad Sterling to the inside of Tipton. Look at this. Bustle's going to lay it deep to the bottom side of the racetrack. Bustle on the bottom side. To the outside is Jason Rogers. The battle is on now for 3rd and 4th. It's Chad Sterling racing to the bottom of the racetrack. Down to the bottom side. Here comes Sterling. Tipton to the outside. Oh, the Red Rocket Rocket. Don't count him out. Here comes Peter Silly. Top 5, throw a quilt over him. They are on each other. Off of turn number 4, it's Jason Rogers, and now Peter Silly laying hard to the bottom side.
Schweitzer, Oliver battling in the back of the field. It's Rogers, Bussell 1-2, Sterling third. Here's Peter Silly looking inside to Tipton for fourth place. Tipton battling back on the outside. Now Rogers high. Bussell looks to the inside, but Rogers holds to the top.
All righty, look at this. Mike Peter Silly. The old Red Rocket down on the bottom side. Bussell and Sterling right on in front of him. It's still Jason Rogers, but look at this. Chad Sterling's got to run to the inside of Bussell. Bussell comes to the bottom. They're meet and greet him. Nothing to be had. They're going to go 4 wide stair stepping off of turn number 4. Sterling now will motor the 183 into the number 2 spot. Mike Peter Silly back on the inside. Peter Silly to the inside of Bussell. Here comes Tipton. Tipton now into the top 5 as he looks to the inside. Sterling to the inside of Rogers. Rogers on the outside. Sterling. White flag is out. 1 to go. It is a 5-car battle for the lead.
Oh, get out your blanket. Throw it over. You can hit all 5 cars. It is Rogers got the run on the outside. Sterling, no, still battling back on the inside. Peter Silly third. Tipton inside of Bussell for fourth.
Oh, here we go for the race lead. Sterling is going to come. Show him the numbers. Peter Silly looks to the bottom. Checkers out. It is Rogers, Sterling, Peter Silly, Tipton, and Bussell. Your top 5. Holy cow. Man.
They must have watched that race right ahead of them. 7 cars, 8 laps, your 8th and final heat race in the stock cars. We've got 8 heats modified, 68 modifieds checked in for tonight's action.
Oh,
and there's heavy hitters.
Wow. They have brought the dynamite tonight in all divisions as there is big-time runners here tonight. Look at this to the outside. Ron Hartman out of Ulysses to the race lead. Couple weeks ago, it was Angel Munoz behind the wheel of that machine. Here we go, 3 wide, Schoenberger. Shoney on the bottom side, driving the old Justin Lewis ride. Working the bottom of the racetrack, Labonte there in the 99 car. Oh, little bump to the rump. Look at Schoenberger. Schoenberger looking for the daily double. Working it there now, 3 and 4 wide off of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Schoenberger to the inside. They work him on into turn number 1 and 2. It is out front, Ron Hartman, your race leader. Right behind him, the 181 at Kevin Wagner out of Shawn Springs, Kansas, as the field works into turn 3 and 4.
Schoenberger third in the 11 JX. Here comes on the outside, Labonte hangs on to the number 4 spot with Toon right there, but your leader, they're all chasing Ron Hartman, the 55H.
Down the back straightaway, Hartman, your race leader. The 181 at Kevin Wagner. Working the number 2 spot, but for how long he will stair step to the bottom, looking for the number 2 spot. The old Marcus Fagan stock car out of Dexter, Iowa. I remember that car. That thing looked familiar this morning when I was walking the pit area. Look at this. Here we go. Race is on for the lead. The 181 at Kevin Wagner to the number 1 spot now. Put Hartman back into the number 2 spot, but for how long is Schoenberger running in the number 3 spot?
It is Kevin Wagner out front. Hartman second. Schoenberger. Labonte gets all out of shape. Turn 2. Falls to the back of the line in the 99 car.
Field of work down into turn number 3 and 4 as they hurry down the front straightaway. It is still the 181 at Kevin Wagner, your race leader. Hartman back in second. Schoenberger still staying in the number 3 spot. 2 by the flag stand last time. That means the white flag is in the air. There is 1 lap to go for the 181 at Kevin Wagner. Wagner on out front. Hartman running second. Lewis is third.
Kevin Wagner's going to lead him to the flag stand. He'll be your winner in your final heat race. Hartman runs second. Schoenberger third.